Big changes needed and big changes made ahead of the Springboks' second test of Rugby's Greatest Rivalry against the All Blacks this weekend at the DHL Stadium in Cape Town. Now, folks, before we get into this, make sure that you like this video, share it, repost it, and if you love rugby content, if you love sports content, make sure that you follow all of my pages. For the most part, this forward pack has not changed except for having Sia and Paul de Villiers both being an option at 6 there, which tells me that Sia is likely on the cusp of being fully fit. I guess we'll know in the next couple of days once they go into training. But otherwise, not much has changed in the forward pack. Now, what has changed, though, is the 9, 10, and 11 combination. 9 and 10 being Andre Pollard and Kobus Reinach. Grant Williams and Sasha Fanbungomezulu both not getting the nod in the starting 15, though Sasha being on the bench. But there's no sign of Grant Williams this week. Ethan Hooker getting the nod above Cheslin Colby, likely because Cheslin Colby walked off of the pitch being injured, but we also see Curtly Arendse as well went off the field with the HIA, but he seems to be perfectly fine now, and we see him in the squad. But otherwise, Damien Delendi getting his 101st test, Jesse Creel, and then Damian Willemse. Looking at the bench, Dion Fourie making a return back into the Springbok squad in this monumental game, arguably one of the biggest games in Rassie's tenure for this test. Gerard Steenekamp as well in the squad, not that he had a great game after getting put on and then getting hooked off because he just couldn't handle it up front. And then Thomas du Toit, Thomas the Tank Engine, glad to see him in the squad. Loet Diaga back in the squad. Andre Esterhazen as, I guess, a hybrid option. And then Cameron Hanako making his first appearance against the All Blacks. And Morne van der Berg back in the squad after months being injured. And then Sasha Feinberg and Ngomezulu on the bench as well. This lineup tells me that we are going to look to play quite a vintage classic performance from the Springboks regarding heavy physicality and a lot of kicking. I mean, Pollard being in there tells me that if we go to the line for a line out, I'll be very shocked. I think if there's 3 points available, we're going to take the 3 points. Last weekend, seeing him warm up just before the game, being at the stadium, he had about 15 balls next to him, and he was just pinging them through the poles, standing between the 10 and the 50 meter, and he didn't miss a single one. So I think we'll see a very pragmatic performance from the Springboks. Folks, let me know your thoughts on this squad down in the comment section below. Do you think Rassie's made the right choice? What would you change? But until next time, make sure you follow, like, and share, and I'll see you in the next video.